Bluey has become the most haunted program of all, as we come across portraits that move with crazy wizards and even floating beards. So get ready to see the most mysterious and inexplicable side of Bluey. In this mistake, everything becomes too confusing because we know that Bluey and Bingo are different ages and therefore go to different schools. And in the Moms and Dads episode, we see that all the kids are playing a different game. We have Indy, who needs to find a babysitter to take care of her child, but we also have Bluey, who is playing mom and her child. Little baby, it's Rusty, dressed up as a baby.
Here's Mom and she'll lull you to sleep.
But the mistake is not found in Rusty's costume, but rather in this scene. Right after Rusty escapes from Bluey, to no longer be embarrassed, in baby clothes, Bluey runs out and chases Rusty with his stroller. And it is at this very moment when, in this part, we can see Missy and another little boy playing on the swings. But then, what is the mistake here? And if you paid attention, you would know that these two little ones shouldn't be there. Since they are bingo partners, or are they child prodigies, and that's why they were moved to this Bluey school, or are they the Hasbullah of Bluey? I don't know, friends, why do you think they moved them from Bingo's school to Bluey's school? This next mistake is one of many proofs that Bluey's house seems to be haunted. We've already seen it with various items, and the pictures they have hanging on the wall are no exception. And apparently this moving around has become a habit for them. Well, the next strange thing we found is in the episode called Hotel. We know that here Bluey and Bingo pretend to have a hotel and Bandit is there.
Yes.
But just as the girls are showing Bandit the rooms, something very strange happens because when they pass by room number 2, we can see a portrait of Chili and Bandit. Now pay attention, because when they pass by room number 6, we can see exactly the same photograph of Chili and Bandit. Or is Chili too romantic and decided to have several photos of the same experience? Or is that photograph trying to tell us something? If I were Bandit, honestly, I wouldn't stay in this haunted hotel. How could we forget the episode where Bluey wanted to control everyone with her potion? But this is not the mystery. Friends, the craziest thing is that apparently Mackenzie's dad is a friend of fire. And that's if you noticed. Just when the parents freak out because their sausages start to burn, Mackenzie's dad showed that he might fear a burnt sausage, but not the infernal fire. Let's put this scene in slow motion and observe. Here we see how the fire goes through Mackenzie's dad's stomach. Is he a fire wizard? Paranormal things, it seems, have already spread throughout the show, and not just in the Healer family's house. And in the episode where Bluey goes to the cinema for the first time, we can notice something quite strange. And it's right in this scene, just when Bandit and Bluey are buying popcorn and their tickets. We can observe that on this side of the wall there are several movie posters on the wall, but we also notice that the wall is red in color. When the girls and Bandit go out to buy more popcorn, we can see that the wall changed from red to purple. And I know you might be thinking that it's another part of the cinema, but this can't be possible. Friends, since the dog gentleman who serves them is exactly the same one who served them at the beginning. Unless he has a double. Or does he have powers to teleport? We all know how magical and mysterious Bingo can be, but it seems she is going to become the strongest witch in the family. And to give you an idea of how powerful Bingo is, she can even multiply the food on her plate. So we find this mystery in the episode, Favorite Thing. In the scene when Bluey and Bingo are happily eating their vegetables, let's take a moment to look at Bingo's plate. Okay, we see that she has her 4 mini tomatoes, but when she tries to grab one with the fork, one simply rolls away and the other shoots straight into Bandit's face. So theoretically, Bingo should only have 2 mini tomatoes left, right? Well, no, friends, that only happens if you're a mere mortal. If you're Bingo, your mini tomatoes are going to multiply. As we watch this next scene, if we look at Bingo's plate, we can see that he has exactly the same 4 mini tomatoes as at the beginning. And what happened to the other 2 that ran away? Was it just our imagination or what's going on? Someone explain to me. Wow, Bingo, you really showed that you have mastered magic to the fullest. We already know that the Healer family has a quite peculiar taste for magic, and magical potions as well. And Chili is capable of disfiguring any object that crosses his path. And the puppet episode makes this point quite clear. In fact, just when Bluey and Bingo are gathered with unicorns, we see how the little unicorn falls completely in love with Chili because of the mesmerizing beauty he carries.
Good morning, family.
But well, friends, the beauty of Chili dazzled Unicorn so much that his beard even falls off his face. That's why always take into account who you are falling in love with. Let's pause this scene for a moment and watch it in slow motion. We see how his goat beard is completely floating in the air. Oh, Chili, it's not that big of a deal. We already know that you're the head witch. Maybe that's why Bandit sometimes acts like an airhead. Up to this point, it's no surprise that things keep appearing and disappearing in Bluey's house. And what I can't explain is how no one notices, not even Wrath or Frisky. Well, in the Double Babysitter episode, right after Blue and Bingo start asking Rat and Frisky weird questions.
Why don't you have a wife?
Hey, your turn.
Do you want to have children?
Yes.
And do you want to be the dad?
No.
But love is forever, right? Isn't love forever?
It is good. We can see that behind them hangs what appears to be a rainbow. And no, it's not what you're thinking. What happens is that scenes after we notice this blanket, we can see that in the next scene, the rainbow blanket is no longer in that place. It just disappears and no one wonders, how did it disappear? Was it a ghost with camouflage that came out of the closet? The Fruit Bat episode, we can see that it takes place at night, but there's something that confuses us quite a bit. And that's when Bingo is very focused on freeing Willy. Bandit also confirms that it's night when he tells Bluey to get ready for bed. But everything stops making sense. If we look at the bathroom window, we can see that it's day outside, while inside the healer's house it's night. What kind of broken and glitched matrix is this? We find this next mistake in the Facey Talk episode. In this episode, remember that Bluey and Bingo are video calling with Muffin and Socks, but Muffin is so tantrum prone that it causes Stripe to get angry with them and forces them to cut off the video call. But Muffin activates her maximum tantrum mode and starts running around her house. Muffin, give me my cell phone right now.
This is for you, Muffin.
But we found the mistake just when Muffin sent the phone flying and it fell into the pool. If we pay attention to this part, we can see that when the phone is falling, we see on the screen that you can see the balcony, but oh darn, the balcony is empty. And how can this be possible if at that very moment we can see that Stripe and Muffin are peeking out from the balcony? Let's see how far Stripe's phone is going to fall. Apparently, these cameras come with a trick included. But what do you guys think of all these mistakes, friends? Had you noticed them already? Leave in the comments if you know of any other mistakes.